The text message came at 2:13 a.m. "We found a match. Surgery in 6 hours. Bring the cash." In a private hospital room high above the glittering skyline of Istanbul, a wealthy businessman stared at his phone, heart pounding not from fear, but from hope. Across the world, in a cramped apartment on the outskirts of Lagos, a young mechanic named Tund lay awake, clutching his side where a scar was still healing. He had been told he was donating to save a life. He had never been told whose. The Black Vein Syndicate didn't advertise. They didn't need to. Their clients found them through whispers in elite circles, private referrals, encrypted chats, discreet medical tourism brokers. To the desperate rich facing organ failure, they offered something priceless: time. Time that public transplant waiting lists couldn't promise. Across Europe, Asia, and parts of Africa, transplant waiting lists stretched for years. Legal donations were scarce. Patients died waiting. The syndicate turned that desperation into a market. It started with recruiters. In poorer neighborhoods, they targeted migrants, laborers, students buried in debt. The pitch was always polished. You can save a life and change yours. One kidney, safe procedure, generous compensation. They showed staged videos of smiling donors. They offered advances in cash. They promised post-surgery care that rarely came. Tund had needed money to pay hospital bills for his mother when a man in a clean suit approached him with what sounded like a miracle equivalent of several years' wages for a single procedure. It felt like an answer to prayer. He signed papers he barely understood. The surgery didn't happen in a jungle clinic or an abandoned warehouse. It happened in a real hospital, sterile lights, certified surgeons, anesthesiologists with spotless resumes. That was the syndicate's brilliance. They blended into legitimate systems. Corrupt administrators flagged files as voluntary family donations. Forged documents claimed distant blood relations. Border officials looked the other way when donors and recipients flew in on back-to-back schedules. The money flowed through shell companies registered in places like Dubai and accounts layered across financial hubs such as Zurich. On paper, it was consulting fees and medical tourism packages. In reality, it was organs for sale, but organ trafficking isn't just about kidneys. Livers, corneas, even bone marrow each had a price. In darker corners of the network, rumors circulated of far worse. Prisoners coerced into donations, refugees who vanished mid